Hare Krishna, a very warm welcome to all the devotees to our Shloka recitation memorization class. So today is the fourth class on this subject, and today we are going to take one verse from chapter 2, canto 1 of Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the sixth verse. I will start the class with the prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatya Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Okay, so we start the class with a small discussion on why should we learn shlokas or verses. And so far we have taken three classes, and in those three classes, we have discussed two reasons why we should learn the verses. Today we are going to discuss the third reason, and the third reason is it develops Shastra Chakshu. Shastra Chakshu means, Shastra means scripture. Chakshu is actually referring to the eyes. So here Chakshu would mean vision. Developing scriptural vision. Now, how do we develop scriptural vision when we learn a verse? So when we learn a verse, its wisdom become always available to us. So like for example, when we learn these tables, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 threes are 6. So when we memorize these tables, doing mathematical calculations of multiplication become very easy, because the number on multiplication, what result is obtained, is actually stored in our memory. Similarly, when we learn a verse, it is stored in our memory, and when the verse is stored in our memory, the wisdom of that verse is always available to us, because these verses are full of wisdom. And slowly and gradually what happens is that because that wisdom is now available in our memory, we slowly begin to view the world through the lens of the Shastra. For example, in life, when we go to, or in the society, maybe if there is some death in the neighborhood, or our near and dear one passes away, and we have learned some verses from Bhagavad Gita which are related to soul, Atma, etc. And we are observing that event, going through that experience of that event. Immediately some verse comes into our mind, and we start reflecting upon its meaning. So what happens is we start to see that event from the lens of that particular verse, so that wisdom is easily available to us, and because it is easily available to us, it becomes now possible for us to see the world through the lens, through the chakshu of that particular shastric verse. And what happens is immediately some realization comes, some thought comes to our mind. So ultimately, these kind of learning of verses helps us in dealing life's challenging situation in a more mature and refined manner. So we start to see those kind of events in that spirit. So that is the third reason we discussed today. It helps us develop Shastra Chakshu. So how to learn shlokas, I will once again remind everyone. We have been discussing this in the past. We need to focus mainly on three things. We need to hear how the verse has to be pronounced, how it has to be sung in a melody. And second is we need to know the meaning of the verse. So we need to probably reflect upon the specific word meanings and identify the meter, that is the chanda. So far we have discussed 2 meters. One is Shardul Vikridit, and the second one is Drut Vilambit. So Drut Vilambit is of 12 syllables, Shardul Vikridit is of 19 syllables. Today the verse that we are going to remember, recite or try to memorize is the 6th verse of the 2nd chapter. Maybe I'll correct this. Actually this is 2nd chapter. 6th verse of the 2nd chapter. Anyone would like to volunteer today for reciting the verse? Last time I remember Manish ji was there.
I can do it, Prabhu.
Okay, so today we have Jeevan Radha Govind Prabhu. So, Prabhuji, today we have a relatively simpler verse for you. Probably you already remember it.
Okay.
Yeah. But just to mention to you that this verse is known as Anushtup. Most of the Bhagavad Gita and Ramayana is written in this verse. How many syllables do you count in this verse, Prabhuji? How many syllables do you count in every quarter of this verse?
50.
How many, Prabhu?
10, 10 Prabhuji.
Can you count?
1, 2, 7, 2,
4, 5,
16. Ra,
6, 7, 8. So one quarter or in one charan there are 8 syllables. Similarly, let us go to the second one. How many?
Ya, 1, ta, 2, bha, 3, ta, 4, ra, 5, dha, 6, ksha, 7, ja, 8.
8. So 8 syllable in the first quarter, 8 syllable in the second quarter. Fourth quarter?
A, 1, ha, 2, ta, 3, ya, 4, pa, 5, ta, 6, ha, 7, ta, 8.
And again 8 syllables. Okay.
Ya 1, Ya 2, Ma 3, Sa 4, Pa 5, Sa 6, Da 7, Ta 8.
8. So this has total 8 fours are 32. This total has 32 syllable. 4 quarters are there as reflected in each color, and in each quarter there are 8 syllables. So you will notice in Bhagavad Gita and Valmiki Ramayana, the verses are mainly this type. This is known as Anushtup meter, Anushtup Chand. Okay. So Jeevan Prabhu, I will recite one line, then you please recite after me.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Savai pumsam paro dharmo
Savai pumsam paro dharmo
yato bhakti radhokshaje
yato bhaktir adhokshaje
ahetukya apratihata
ahatyukya apratihata
yayatma suprasidati
yayatma suprasidhati
savai pumsam paro dharmo
savai pumsam paro dharmo
yato bhakti radhokshaje
yato bhaktir adhokshaje
ahetukya pratihata
ahetukya pratihata
yayatma suprasidati
yayatma suprasidhati
savai pumsam paro dharmo
savai pumsam paro dharmo
yato bhakti radhokshaje
yato bhaktir adhokshaje
ahetukya apratihata
ahaitokya pratihata
yayatma suprasidati.
yayatma suprasidhati.
So now we will focus a little bit on the meanings of these specific words. So pumsam, what does pumsam means? Okay, pumsam actually means for mankind. That is the meaning of pumsam. So for human beings. Then paro. Paro means what? Paro means what? Paro means, here it is given as sublime, but paro actually means the topmost, the best. Savai pumsam paro. Dharmo means the activity, occupation, activity, religion. Savai pumsam paro dharmo. So you remember what was the question asked regarding this verse by the sages? What is the topmost religion?
Good? What is the ultimate and absolute good?
What is the ultimate good? What is the ultimate good? isn't it? So this is ultimate good, paro. Paro means the topmost. So for human beings, for mankind, the topmost religion is yato bhaktir adhokshaje. Yato means what? Yato here means by which, through which. Yato means through which, that dharma by which adhokshaje's bhakti. Adhokshaje is meant for, adhokshaje stands for here
Lord Krishna,
Lord Krishna and his bhakti. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktir adhokshaje ahetukye. So here two words are there, ahetuki and apratihata. So what kind of bhakti? This bhakti has to be done how? Ahetuki. What does ahetuki means? Ahetuki means causeless. Apratihata means unbroken. So ahetuki and apratihata. So this bhakti has to have two qualities, two characteristics, ahetuki and apratihata. And by doing this, what happens is yayatma suprasidati. So whatever living entity does like this, then he is completely satisfied. Suprasidati. So here yayatma, by which the self, the atma is suprasidati, is completely satisfied. So the meaning is that is the param dharma, the topmost religion for the mankind, which by which the devotional service of the Lord Krishna is done, adhokshaje, and this bhakti is ahetuki, causeless. This bhakti is uninterrupted, and it causes happiness or full satisfaction of the self. So that is the meaning. Okay. Now, Prabhuji, you can recite this 2-3 times on your own.
Okay, Prabhuji. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktir adhokshaje ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati.
Very nice.
Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktir adhokshaje ahaituk apratihata yayatma suprasidati. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktir adhokshaje ahaitukya pratihata yayatma suprasidati.
Very nice, Prabhu. One more time.
Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktir adhokshaje ahaitukya pratihata yayatma suprasidati.
Very nice, Prabhu. So here, this word ahetukya pratihata. So here it might be a little bit of a tongue twister. So we need to be a bit careful. Ahetukya. So here when you see in the English, ahetuki and apratihata. When it is written in Devanagari, there has been a sandhi done. Sandhi means they have been combined together. Ahetuki and apratihata. So it becomes one sound like kya. Ahetukya pratihata yayatma suprasidati, like this. So I hope this was useful. We learned today about the Anushtup meter, total 32 syllables, 8 syllables in each quarter, and we learned this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd chapter, 1st canto, the 6th verse, which tells that that is the topmost religion, which teaches the devotional service of the Lord Shri Krishna, which is uninterrupted, which is causeless, and which causes full satisfaction of the self. So with that, I conclude the class.
One doubt is there, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
And I want to ask you, wherever there is, ahaitukya apratihata, can you not pronounce ahaitukya apratihata? Is it wrong or, is not the correct method of pronunciation?
Actually, ahetukya pratihata. We don't need to speak a. Ahetukya apratihata will increase the number of matras.
Okay.
So ahetukya pratihata yayatma suprasidati.
Ahetukya pratihata. Correct. Okay, Prabhuji.
So that way it will fit in the melody.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So
thank you, Prabhuji.
So thank you very much. All glories to Srimad Bhagavatam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So we will now stop the class here.